What is up, guys?
Oh, hi everyone!
We are home for Christmas.
As you know,
As you would have found out.
you would have found out, we are indeed home for Christmas. A lot of you guys were wondering where we might spend Christmas this year.
We did get a lot of comments asking where we were staying. Were we staying in the Philippines? Were we going somewhere else? And we did actually end up going to China for a few days. Wasn't that Christmassy though?
Yeah, and then that's when we flew home. So that was like our little stopover. Because we wanted to get some like Christmassy pictures, of course.
We did.
And we did get a few before we left the Philippines. BGC was very Christmassy.
It was
fun.
Super Christmassy. We did try to. We actually tried to make a video which didn't really go to plan. We were actually going to go to the Ayala Triangle, which a few of you people have mentioned, which is like a big Christmas setup going on there, and we couldn't actually get there, so that's a whole different story.
That's a whole nother story, but we did go around BGC and just kind of snap a couple of pictures.
We did.
Philippines is always amazing when it comes to Christmas celebrations and decorations, so we got a few pictures there.
We did snap a few. And
then we went to China, hoping to get some more, but that didn't really...
that didn't really work out. There wasn't that much Christmas,
there wasn't much Christmas stuff going on.
No, not really. But we did snap a few cool street pics, which
will be in an upcoming video. Yes,
it will be. We're also going to record another video here at home, which we're quite excited for. It's kind of an end of year kind of thing.
So we just wanted to let you all know where we are. Hopefully we can show you a little bit of Ireland while we're here, while we're at home.
It's a little colder. It's not actually raining right now, but it was.
Which is a surprise.
A little colder, a little wetter, but what do you do?
And we've come home to some very exciting deliveries.
We have.
We've a couple of new things to add to our equipment list. We actually have this, which is sitting right here.
This is a very exciting one from Acaso, which, I mean, to a lot of you is an action camera, and they actually sent us one of these, and we have some great ideas. We
don't have an action camera.
No, we don't, and it's something that we miss when we're going traveling and stuff, especially for underwater shots, but we do have another few cool ideas for videos with this thing involving photos, and we're super excited to give it a go.
So excited. So this is the V50X that they sent us, which I'm so excited to try out. However, they are currently giving away their newest one. The
new Acaso Brave 7 LE action camera. And you can get one of those for free. There is going to be a number of winners. They've actually got a Christmas giveaway. We can. And if you go to www.acasotech.com/Christmas-giveaway, the link will be in the description. You can join and you might win yourself one of these bad boys. And
sweet.
I know a lot of you guys like traveling. I know a lot of you guys use various other cameras or even use your phone camera. Well, this will make your holiday things and travel videos a lot cooler, because you can put it underwater and stuff.
It's so like compact and like really, really cool. I'm sure it will be well used in our travel equipment.
Very, very soon we have a cool idea we're going to use this for.
Also, just to let you know that giveaway goes right until the 30th of December, so we've got lots of time.
Fancy
to get in there.
winning yourself action camera? Then go for it.
Oh, we also have these.
Yeah, so we did actually record the Christmas episode of the podcast yesterday.
Yeah,
and
Christmas
we used
version.
These bad boys, another little early Christmas present for us. Mike's from Boya. We did, for any of you who listened to the last podcast, you'll know that the audio was a little hit or miss. It changed a little bit throughout the podcast, got a little bit worse. These are a nice upgrade for us.
Look how cool they are.
They are cool.
Like
it feels like
walkie-talkies.
we're on a TV show or something. So yeah, cool little upgrade, and hopefully the audio for the podcast should be sounding sweet. And you can be the judge of that in the podcast episode, which actually is coming up right now. So hopefully you enjoy it. It's the Christmas special of the podcast. And yeah, let us know your thoughts. Like you say, coffee.
Do the slurp. Burnt my lip. Hi everyone.
Solid cup of tea.
Welcome to coffee.
Coffee, my bad.
Welcome to the next episode. This episode.
The next episode of Coffee
Mondays.
And yes, we are actually drinking coffee
on a Monday.
And it is in fact Monday.
Which is shocking.
We didn't think this was going to happen for a while. But
I didn't think it would ever happen, ever.
But it did. I mean, it is actually Monday for us. Won't be when this goes up.
Yeah, that's true. It's actually before Christmas also, and I'm not sure if it will be.
Well, this is the Christmas podcast.
But it is the Christmas edition
of the podcast. Edition of the podcast. We will be talking about some Christmassy stuff. In fact, there is a lot of decorations, as you can see, and we're actually wearing red and green.
which wasn't planned, by the way.
But we did want to have a Christmas hat and possibly something, but that didn't work out, so red and green it is.
Christmas coffee mugs. I got poppers on mine.
Cheers to all you people who are drinking coffee while watching the podcast.
All right.
Or listening.
As usual, let's kick it off with a bang.
Kick it off. Let's kick it off. I have forgot to prepare myself an ultimatum, so you're going to have to go first.
I'll go first, okay. One ultimatum coming right up. You ready?
Hit me.
Okay, really fast. Would you rather go back to being 5 years old but have all the knowledge you have right now, or be where you are now but have all the knowledge that you're going to have in the future?
Oh. 5 years. I'm going to have... when you said the first one, I thought I was going to go with that instantly, but I think having the knowledge I have now at 5 years old won't apply to me by the time I'm able to actually use it. So I'm going to take the knowledge from the future and have it now.
And have it now. That would benefit
because then
you
I
more.
can benefit, I can make use of my future knowledge rather than my knowledge that's too old by this stage. You know what I mean? If I'm 5, I'm not going to be able to use my knowledge until I'm like 15, and it'll not be any good by then. I can't start doing a podcast when I'm 5. Or anything.
You could. I mean, you could.
5.
Nobody's stopping.
I'm 5. Okay.
Yeah, okay. That was a good one.
Oh, I didn't have one prepared, so I'm thinking off the top here. Would you rather... No, not would you rather. This is completely... I was like 100 things going through my head, but none of them's...
Just throw 2 of them together.
Okay, right. Christmas Day for the rest of your life. Okay, Christmas Day for the rest of your life. You either are never going to get any presents again, but you're allowed to have a nice, yummy Christmas dinner, or the opposite. You'll get Christmas presents for the rest of your life, but you'll never be able to have a nice Christmas roast dinner.
Damn.
I know what my choice is, but yours may differ.
I mean, I do love Christmas presents. I mean, who doesn't? We love getting ripped into those presents under the tree on Christmas morning. Even now, probably more so now as an adult.
What's your answer?
I don't know.
Speed, this is a quick segment.
I don't think I could give up my Christmas dinner. And presents aren't really that important.
I knew that. I'm definitely... Christmas dinner's gone for me. I never was a fan. It was never the part of the day. Everybody's like, oh, Christmas dinner. No, I've got the new GTA. I'm playing that. Christmas dinner is simply time that I would rather be playing GTA.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Or any other game for that matter.
And Christmas dinner is pretty much...
I mean, it is nice.
A dinner you can have at... Like, it's just a roast dinner.
You pretty much have it minus the turkey for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
And now we don't really even eat the turkey, so... Anyway, your decision is Christmas dinner?
Well, I don't know. You've kind of made me change my mind.
You've already made it.
It's good to have presents, but I do love Christmas dinner.
Moving on. Not the greatest cup of coffee I've ever had, but it's
you know why? Because it's soy milk and it's disgusting.
I don't think. I think there's just a need for a little bit more sugar.
Well, sometimes when I put too much sugar in it, you're like, this is too sweet.
Anyway, on to some comments, I believe.
All right, let's move on to some video comments from this week. A nice little segment that we'd like to do to show some of the good and some of the bad.
It's always mixed. It's always mixed. And we deliberately try and mix it up because it can't be all positive and it definitely can't be all negative.
Yeah, exactly.
Go for it.
Okay, do you want to start with a nice one or a bit of a negative one?
Start with the... Seeing as it's Christmas, we'll start with a negative one and then finish with two nice ones. So you don't finish on a negative.
All right, okay. So the negative one is, I would like to see a little bit more of where you are at. Plus, dude, no offense, you got to put on some weight and a little weight training.
Well, I don't disagree. As ignorant as that is to say, I don't disagree.
Yeah, well, first of all, let's say that that's quite a rude thing to say to someone.
Yeah, I mean, it's getting to the point where that's as rude as saying you need to lose weight. I mean, exactly. It doesn't really bother me, but to plenty of people, it would.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I for sure do need to put on weight, and travelling has made me definitely probably get to the lightest that I've ever been. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are the opposite, and when they travel, and we've literally been eating pure shit.
Me?
Pure shit while we're travelling.
We're literally the opposite. Like, you've lost weight since travelling. I've put on weight since travelling.
So the thing about me is if I want to gain weight, this probably isn't my normal weight. This is like a travelling, eating shit, and I just burn it off. Probably don't eat enough just because we're always busy doing stuff. But yeah, I burn all that stuff off. Even if I'm going into 7-Eleven, my dinner and breakfast and suppers from 7-Eleven, that will not make me gain weight.
It's so weird. I don't understand.
Eat more food.
You need to have more meals.
Yeah, it's not enough food. No matter how shit it is, it's not enough food to make me, like, I need to almost force feed to gain weight more than... My average weight is not normally this. It's normally a bit higher. Yeah. But to get higher than that, I need to force feed. Also, haven't had time to make gym a routine yet on our travels, but I will. But also, don't tell me what to do.
That's true. But there's no need to point that out. I'm pretty sure we know what we need to do with our own bodies.
Yeah, I know. So. What was the first part?
I would like to see a bit more of where you're at. But that's all we do.
Yeah, and we're probably going to show less of it.
Yeah,
because we're doing something in particular. So I don't know what video that was on. I believe it was...
Oh yeah, I don't know. Could have been the new one, actually. The Sea Games one?
Oh yeah. Well, our videos tend to not be exactly all about where we're at. We're doing something and we're documenting that. So. Mm-hmm.
All right, before we go any further, we would just like to thank today's sponsor of the podcast, and that is BESTEK.
BESTEK.
Oh, yes. Who have sponsored today's podcast. Thank you very much.
Fill them in. What is BESTEK?
BESTEK sent us a universal travel adapter for our travels, and I'm so, like, literally, it's like, why do I get excited over things like this?
It's one of those things that if you're traveling, you simply need. Like,
I just love these types of accessories because it makes life so much easier.
You literally need these, and this kit comes, you're prepared, you're sorted for your travels, you won't need anything else, and it'll just mean that everything's a lot easier. Once you go to do a little bit of work, there it is, plug it in, get going.
And the best thing about this travel adapter by BESTEK is that you can charge 7 things at once.
That's a problem we've had.
7.
We've got other little adapters that are good, they work.
Yeah, they work, but
you have one plug. Mm-hmm. You have one that plugs in, you have the other side which fits into whatever plug it needs to fit into.
One plug, and we kind of have like 2 USB ports or something.
Yeah, which doesn't work as well, because if you have another plug beside it, or if there's only one that kind of jams and doesn't really work, this is what we need to charge multiple devices.
So excited to take this on our travels with us.
Yeah.
It's a converter too, so it should like convert the right...
To the right power, does that too?
Voltage, yeah.
Yes. So for anybody doing stuff that you do with your hair and stuff, that's probably better. And also will make your devices charge a little bit quicker and stuff, so...
Yes. And it works all over the world. So this is all you need and you can go anywhere.
So if you're traveling, you know
Very
what to
exciting.
do. Get yourself a BESTEK adapter for your travels. Make things a little bit easier. And that's what we'll be using when we go back traveling again.
And we'll let you know how it goes.
We sure will.
Moving on to a nicer comment by Fussy Clint. Interesting
Strong name.
I love you guys' content. Just keep posting. I like how you guys are so chill and laid back. That is us.
It sure is.
I wish you could let us know when you're doing podcasts next time so I can watch it live.
Not
Please don't watch us
exactly
live
what we
doing a
were thinking.
podcast.
I think a few people have probably seen us doing the last one. May or may not have known who we were. That would be
Yeah.
a little strange.
But nice comment all around though. Thank you very much. We are definitely chilled and laid back. That's one thing that actually a lot of people, I think, get from our videos is that we are just very chilled people.
I don't think you can, like, I can't not be like that. Even if I tried not to be like that in a video compared to other people, I'd still look laid back.
Yeah, and you're as laid back as they come.
I'm just chilled out. I never get too fussed over anything.
No.
That's just the way we are. But
Just the way it is in life.
a nice comment. We're glad you enjoy the videos, and we have lots more to come. And we will always be laid back, I believe.
I think so.
Would you agree?
Yeah, I really do agree.
I don't think you can change that.
And then this is a funny one. And it's about people in the Philippines. So Filipinos after seeing foreigners, wow, they're so tall.
Okay, so anybody who isn't watching us from the Philippines, you would or may not know that we have spent a lot of time in the Philippines the past 2 or 3 months. And we meet a lot of people there and talk to a lot of people, and to be fair, the average height definitely has to be way smaller than UK anyway. So we've been to Canada too. Well, you can describe how the people are there height-wise.
What are they like in Canada?
Much taller than us. The average height is
But the
taller.
build is much bigger too.
Yeah, they're generally bigger
They're
humans.
generally bigger.
Like your average height there is probably almost 6 foot. That's damn high, men and women.
Yeah, women actually are very tall too. So yeah, when you're in, well, Asian countries in particular have quite a smaller height.
Their average height is definitely lower, but yeah, some Filipinos are really small. So when we get there,
We do feel tall, don't we?
We do. I feel taller there, and I am taller there. I'm probably the upper side of the height scale. It's kind of strange. And then we go to another, we were in China, and we'll get on to that, but they were relatively tall.
So was Koreans, I thought,
Koreans
as well.
were tall too.
They were tall.
That's strange that it varies,
Yeah.
especially when you're that close. But yeah, height's not everything.
And speaking of China, actually, that's where we were this past week-ish, couple of days we spent in China. We actually went to Shanghai, and videos will be coming soon from
Sure
there.
will.
So make sure and stay tuned for those. It
Yeah,
was actually a really, really cool city.
We probably should let you know that we are in fact at home now.
Yeah.
In case you thought we were just staying in quite a nice decorated
Quite a nicely decorated.
Airbnb, we are not. We are back home in Ireland again, and back to slightly colder, slightly more rainy weather.
Very much colder and rainy weather.
I mean, today it's actually not too bad, but yeah, slightly colder,
Yes.
quite a bit colder.
We are at home for Christmas.
We are.
But we came from China. So we left the Philippines, we went to China, we spent a couple of days there. We actually missed our first flight.
Oh, that was a disaster.
And people in the Philippines, if you're watching from the Philippines, will know, will get this. They will get the feeling that we had. We were stuck in Manila traffic for 2 hours going to the airport to get our flight to
going
Shanghai.
from BGC to the airport.
BGC to the airport.
It's literally a few miles. It's really not that long.
It's really not that far away. But we ended up missing our flight. So we actually had to stay at the airport that night and then flew the next day to Shanghai. So we did miss one day in Shanghai.
Unfortunately.
But
yeah.
we still got a couple of days there, which was fun.
What was your opinion of Shanghai? We'll go for as a city first.
As a city, okay. I really enjoyed Shanghai. And I don't know why, because we've been to a lot of we've been to Taiwan and South Korea, and those cities were really cool too. Like Seoul was awesome, Taipei was awesome, but Shanghai was just, I don't know, it's because you hear about Shanghai and you're like, it's one of the biggest.
Yeah, at the start, and I believe we were pretty much in the centre, were we? Or at least the day we had ventured out a little bit. There will be a video coming soon on that on the channel. The day we recorded the video, I believe we were right in the midst of it. But once we arrived there, and we arrived at night time, of course, like we always do, didn't know where we were going, Google Maps wasn't working, couldn't literally figure out what road we were even on, or what road we needed to go to.
Literally, what is life without Google Maps?
It's ridiculous. We were literally walking around all the streets, had no idea, had to ask people. That didn't go too well.
That didn't go very well at all.
We'll get onto that. Yeah, my first impressions of it when we actually arrived and got out of the subway, which is ridiculous, by the way. I was expecting more.
Yeah, you were a little underwhelmed.
I was a little underwhelmed because when we hear Shanghai, I kind of imagine like Tokyo level of busyness and lights.
It's like China is like such a huge country, and
then the day that we explored during the daytime and we got into the middle, then it kind of had its own thing going on, which I like when a city. At the start, it was like it could be any other city, but then when we got to People's Square, was it? Then it had its own thing going on.
Yeah, it was cool.
It is almost futuristic with their buildings.
Yeah, the buildings were probably my favourite part.
Really cool.
Really cool. But you'll see all that in the upcoming
Really
video.
cool vibe. Actually, not really that many people compared to what I thought.
Yeah, it wasn't as busy as I expected.
Taking pics was fun though. We got some cool pics, and we explored around a little bit. But we'll move on to the city. Cool city. That area was cool. The people, on the other hand, is a different story. So, what's the first encounter? First of all, getting literally pushed onto a train was interesting. We had to wait, let one go past and hope for the next one.
Yeah, literally we were like, no, let's get the next one. And then it would come and we were like, no, let's get the next one.
Okay,
There's just too many people.
This is ridiculous. Squeezed on, us with our big backpacks and everything.
I know.
It was interesting. What else? What was our first encounter?
The first encounters were with the people we asked for directions because we didn't know where we were going.
Yeah, that was a bad start.
And they, English is limited, which I knew about.
The two guys were nice that we met. Well, they tried to help us when we came out of the subway.
Yeah,
those two guys.
They were having a full-blown conversation between them and we had no idea what was going on, but they still were trying to help. I find it strange that when you go into someone's home city and you're 2 or 3 streets away, they have no idea where it is. They don't know, yeah. How do you not know the name of this street?
Or at least the area or the hotel, strange. But then our second encounter was with the woman in the shop.
The lady in the news agent shop.
Was that what it was?
Yeah, it was like a 7-Eleven.
Yeah, that similar.
But she was the only one there, so I kind of just walked in and I had the address of our hotel on my phone in Chinese, so I wasn't showing her English or anything. I was showing her the Chinese address, and I asked very politely, do you know where this is? And she just looked at me like the scum of the earth, and she went, no, and turned literally as soon as she said no, she turned away, and I was like, oh. Is this conversation over?
The vibe I took from was that I'm not helping you, you're not spending any money in my shop.
Yeah.
Okay, see you, bye. And then we eventually found our hotel, which was also a little bit interesting, but it's more the people. They just
have a very strange vibe.
They have a very strange vibe. For a start, they don't. The people at the counter in the hotel were okay.
Yeah, they were nice.
But everyone else has a very serious, almost depressed look on their face, which is weird. They don't seem like happy people at all, compared to coming from literally almost every other country we came from.
Literally.
Are generally pretty smiley.
Philippines is beyond smiley. Thailand was really nice as well. They were very friendly. Korea, they were very friendly.
Which we had also heard other things about, that they were more like that kind of strict, very serious.
Yeah.
But China was that.
And one thing we found the strangest, and this was
fill them in.
This was an experience that we have never ever had.
We did manage to capture a little bit on the video.
Yeah,
I
we got
managed
a
to
bit on
capture a
video.
little bit on the video, which will be coming up.
Yeah.
So you can check that out.
So obviously when we're traveling, we're foreigners, so we stand out a lot. We do get lots of people looking at us, and
Which we're well used to.
You know, people would look at you and they're just curious, right? They're curious as to what you're maybe doing here. Most people would look at you and like smile and be like, oh, you know, welcome. Or,
yeah, and I kind of get that.
Yeah, of course. But when we were in China, when we were in Shanghai, I don't know what it was, but the people would just stare. And I mean right into
like
the soul.
A death stare.
Like right into your soul, they would stare, and they would just like, wouldn't even like crack a smile. They would stare directly into your face.
Yeah, like literally this close.
Like
and this is, obviously, we do walk about with cameras a lot. This was with or without cameras.
Yeah, we didn't even have the cameras.
I don't really think the cameras really seem to make much of a difference, although people were interested in the cameras a lot. But yeah, that was a death stare.
Like everybody would give you a death stare.
Literally everybody. And
we kind of got a bit concerned. We were like, are we not supposed to be here?
Yeah, we were trying to figure out, is there something we're doing? Are we wearing something that
we shouldn't be?
Offensive, but we were just wearing hoodies, and it wasn't really... There was nothing going on.
And then we got ourselves some coffee and sat down in a little park just to chill, enjoy the coffee. And this group of Chinese, older kind of Chinese.
Well, the first of all, we sat down the bench across, all the girls, and they weren't even old, were literally staring at us for a good 2 minutes. Yeah. We were like, okay, we kind of wanted to set up a shot here, but now I don't want to take the camera out whatsoever.
So we just kind of sat there and drank our coffee. And then this little group of old Chinese people, they were very cute actually, they were quite cute. But as we were sitting drinking our coffee, one of the Chinese men just came right round behind us here and like stood, and we were like kind of like wondering what's going on.
I thought he was, because I think I had the camera in my lap. I don't even know if I had it on. And I thought what he was doing was coming round to look to see what I was taking pictures of, whether he thought it was of him or he was just intrigued. So yeah, I literally like looked up at him and he kind of smiled.
And he was like kind of smiling.
That's interesting.
And then obviously what he was doing was the other people in the group were taking a picture. So he wanted a picture behind us. And he did that. So we were like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. Let's take a picture. Because we do get stopped sometimes for pictures.
Yeah, we do. Normally we get asked before the
Yeah, exactly. Normally we get asked. And that's one thing with that encounter that didn't happen. We didn't get asked. So we had no idea what was going on. And then they proceeded then to come up one by one. Like, so one and then another one to take a picture. And we were like, this is really strange. So
I found this extremely ignorant to do. Could you imagine if this was the other way around?
Yeah.
And someone came here and it was just a random Chinese person and everybody just crowded around them and started taking pictures.
And takes pictures?
To me, that was really ignorant. It doesn't... We're used to taking pictures and
I'll take them all day, every day, if people ask me to.
I know the language barrier was tough, but I mean, you can come up and show us your phone and says, okay, can we take a picture? They didn't do that. They just came up and extremely rude, I thought. And I mean, they were kind of nice. They said thank you and everything, but I mean... You were doing it regardless of whether... Yeah. So, we got a little bit of footage of that, which you'll see.
It was just very, very weird.
Extremely strange. I don't get it, because we're literally in Shanghai. No, Beijing's the capital of China, isn't it?
I don't know. I think so.
Well, either way, Shanghai is one of the biggest cities, if not the biggest, in China. Feel free to correct me on that. I'm not saying it is. It's one of the biggest. It's one of the main cities. So... I don't really get how we can stand out, and obviously there's a lot more Chinese people than white people, but we did see a lot of white people.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of
people from different countries.
People from different countries.
Like any city in the world, I don't think you should stand out that much.
Yeah, not nowadays, because
especially in
so many people travel
China
now.
And stuff. So I found it extremely weird. Obviously, I get a bit of a look here and there, but that intensity was weird. It was
very intense, wasn't it?
Whoa, are we the only
tourists here?
Very weird. Very weird experience. Cool city. People just have a different weird kind of vibe that does come across as rude and ignorant a lot of the time.
Yeah, and quite an unhappy...
Yeah. And
there was no joy.
They smoke a lot.
Yeah, they smoke a lot.
I don't get anybody smoking, and like it's almost 2020 and people are still smoking cigarettes. Don't really get it, but so many young people and yeah, just a lot of people smoking. We're not bashing China, that's just our opinions on
No, and I would definitely love to see more of China.
how we felt. And
I actually really, it's funny though, because even with that experience, I really enjoyed Shanghai.
yeah, I did. And the food, obviously,
the food
Chinese
was so
food,
good.
we're big into it. It was nice. And we will be going back there actually, so
Yeah.
yeah, interesting place. But we did make a couple of videos there, and yeah, it was fun. I think we got some cool shots.
I think so too. I'm excited to get.
I'm excited to look
editing
through. I
those.
need to post some too on both of our Instagrams. Got some cool pics, kind of like street pics and stuff. And yeah, obviously lots going on. Lots of just stuff in the street that you don't see anywhere else. Just snapping pics here, and there's always something you can take a picture of.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Agreed.
Cool vibe. Yeah. Who's a fan of Ferrero Rochers? I know you're not.
Sure, I'm not. They are the most overrated sweets.
Apologies to all the audio listeners.
Yeah. Bet you that sounds good.
Maybe it does.
ASMR. Nice. All right, my friends. This is where we are going to answer some of your questions. But if you're watching us on YouTube, this is where it all ends.
This is where it ends on YouTube. So if you want to check out the rest of the full episode of the podcast, then click the link right at the top of the description. And it will take you right to this part in the podcast, so you can just continue, flow on through it, listen to us answering your questions and also jumping into some current events.
Yeah, some good topics to discuss. Some Christmassy themed stuff to talk about.
Make sure to hit that link, and if you haven't subscribed to our channel on here, then do so right here.